Hi there, thank you very much for watching this video. So today is the 30th of January 2025. So in this video, I'll be just going through or demonstrating the first part of the first section of a Welsh learning course which I'm working on. So at the moment, I'm in the process of writing a Welsh course which is called the Rapid Fluency Welsh course. And it's still in the draft version, as it says it's draft 2025.01. So the first part of the first section is now completed, but I need to proofread it. So this is the purpose of this video, which is just to go through the actual modules and exercises in this first part of this first section and make any corrections of any typo errors as we go along. So hopefully, when I finish this course, then it'll be made available in the form of a book and also in the form of a downloadable app from the Google Play Store. And when we get closer to the publication date, I'll be posting videos of how we can get the link to the pre-order page, so that for anyone who wants to purchase the book as a pre-order, then it'll be made available. And as well as that, as I complete each part of each section, I'll be posting the draft version as I proofread it to this channel. So there's more content like this to come. And for anyone who's interested in following along this course, I would advise them to click on the bell icon to be posted of any updates regarding any new postings related to this course. So here we have a lovely picture of Conwy Castle. And as regards to different sections on this course, we have the beginner section, the basic, the simple, the medium, the advanced, and the fluent. But as mentioned earlier, this is just a draft version, and anything that appears in this video is subject to change and alteration. So let's make a start on this course. So I'll just click on the Start button here for the beginner section, the first part. So first of all, this is Module 1 of 28 of the Part 1 of Section 1. And it says here, Course Overview. Welcome to the Rapid Fluency Welsh course. And we have this audio file here. So I'll just click on this audio file and just let it play, like this.
Welcome to the Rapid Fluency Welsh course. Welsh is an entirely different language to English and is as different from English as other non-Germanic languages such as French, Spanish or Polish. Welsh belongs to the Brythonic Celtic family of languages, which includes Cornish and Breton. This course is designed to get you from the level of an absolute beginner who doesn't know anything about Welsh to the level of fluency as rapidly as possible. This course aims to achieve this through separating fluency ability from level of language learning and to teach and practice fluency of communication at each of the different levels of learning. 6 language types at each level of learning. This course is divided into 6 levels of learning in the order of increasing complexity: 1 beginner, 2 basic, 3 simple, 4 medium, 5 advanced, and 6 expert. Each section, i.e. level, has its own type of Welsh language. By the time you arrive at the end of each section, you should be able to speak to a level of fluency the type of Welsh language for that level. The corresponding 6 types to the above 6 levels are 1. Cambro English, 2. Anglo-Welsh, 3. Colloquial Welsh, 4. Modern Welsh, 5. Traditional Welsh, and 6. Pure Welsh. Cambro English. At the beginner level, you will start off with attaining fluency in the Cambro English language type. The characteristics of this language type is that 99% of the vocabulary is English. At the very core of the language, namely the verbal constructions using the verb to be, common prepositions, conjunctions, and interrogatives are in Welsh. Welsh notations, word order, and spellings are also used. Welsh medium lifestyle changes. One needs to point out that because in most parts of Wales, Welsh is a minority language where English is the general medium of communication, to keep improving one's Welsh and not let it fade through lack of use, one needs to instill oneself in consciously switching to Welsh, back from switching to English due to the everyday demands of the work environment. This involves making conscious lifestyle changes, such as incorporating daily language usage routines, which this course also teaches. Croeso, welcome to the wonderful world of Welsh. When you are ready to begin, click on the next button below to start your voyage of discovery.
So I think we're ready to begin. So I'll just click on the button below here, like this. And this takes us to Module 2 of 28, Part 1 of Section 1, which is about the Welsh alphabet. And here we have another audio file. So I'll just click on the play button of this audio file and we just listen to it as before, like this.
The Welsh alphabet. There are 28 letters as follows. R, B, Ec, Ech, D, Ed, Ev, F, Eg, Eng, H, E, L, S, M, N, O, P, V, R, G, S, T, F, I, U, R. The letter A is pronounced R, like army. The letter B is pronounced B, like busy. The letter C is pronounced Ek, like echo. The letter CH is pronounced Ech, like the Scottish lake Loch. The letter D is pronounced D, like dizzy. The letter double D is pronounced Ev, with a thick TH, like these. The letter E is pronounced air, like airy. The letter F is pronounced Ev, like ever. The letter double F is pronounced F, like effort. The letter G is pronounced egg, like eggy. The letter NG is pronounced ang, like singing. The letter H is pronounced H, as in English. The letter I is pronounced E, like easy. The letter L is pronounced L, like telly. The letter double L is pronounced ech, like monthly. The letter M is pronounced M, like memory. The letter N is pronounced N, like nunnery. The letter O is pronounced awe, like awestruck. The letter P is pronounced P, like pithy. The letter PH is pronounced fee, like Philip. The letter R is pronounced air, rolled like the Italian Rialto. The letter RH is pronounced G, like the German river Rhine. The letter S is pronounced S, like essence. The letter T is pronounced T, like tinny. The letter TH is pronounced F, with a thin TH, like thistle. The letter U is pronounced ear, like suet. The letter W is pronounced oo, like oozing. And the letter Y is pronounced like early.
So that is the Welsh alphabet. And to move on to the next module, I'll just click on the next button like this. And this takes us to Module 3, Part 1 of Section 1, which is about the consonants. And here we have another audio file. So I'll just click on the play button as before, like this.
Consonants. The sounds of Welsh letters are constant, e.g., C is always hard like carton and never soft like certain. G is always hard like guest and never soft like gist. When consonants are doubled, they become fricated with a shortening of the preceding vowel, e.g., compare gwedi, after, and gweddi, prayer. Ofer, futile, and offer, tool. Gweled, to see, and gwelliad, improvement. Camar, companion, and campari, archaic spelling of to compare. Cynnar, sow, and cynnar, early. And berry, kite bird, and ferry, to congeal. Notoso, tin, and tin, tight. The sounds of the English sh, j, and ch at the start of syllables are represented in Welsh using the letters si SI, and TSI. For example, shape in Welsh becomes sharp, jacket becomes siacad, and chap becomes sharp. The sounds of the English sh, j, and ch at the end of words are represented in Welsh using the letters sh, ts, and ts. For example, sash in Welsh becomes swash, sage becomes saich, and watch becomes watch. Note that J is used occasionally in loan words such as wedge, wedge. The consonants K, Q, V, X, and Z are not used, but instead are transliterated into their Welsh equivalents of C for K, C for Q, F for V, CS or GS for X, and S for Z.
So these are the Welsh consonants, and I'll just click on the next button to move to the next module, which is module 4, which is about the Welsh vowels. And I'll just click on the audio file over here.
Vowels. Welsh has 7 vowels: R, E, O, I, U, and However, when I is at the start of a word and is followed by another vowel, it becomes a consonant with the sound of the English Y. For example, iawn, all right, and iwso, to use. Vowels can be short or long. Short vowels occur in the syllables at the start of the word, and long vowels occur in the final syllable where the stress is. In the letters R, E, O, I, and U, short vowels have the same vowel sound as long vowels. For example, compare the first and last syllables of the following: can, aim; ganedd, girl; pity, pity; rotor, native; munud, minute; and cuckoo, cuckoo. The short Y sounds like the English as in the first syllable of about, around, curdle, and hurtle. The long Y is like the English I, as in the first syllables of initial, isthmus, cinnamon, and little. For example, compare the first and last syllables of the following: ynys, island; cynnydd, increment; and blwyddyn, year.
So those are the Welsh vowels, and I'll just click on the next button. And here we have the 5th module, and here we have an exercise or a quiz. So it says here, select the correct pronunciation of the boy's name Dafydd, Dafydd. So I'll just click on the one which I think is the one that's the most suitable or the most correct to the sound of the name Dafydd. I think it's this one, and that was correct. And now here we have select the correct pronunciation of the girl's name Seren, Seren. So I think it's this one, and that's correct as well. And what about this one? Select the correct pronunciation of the boy's name Iolo, and I think it's this one, which is correct. And this one, it says select the correct pronunciation of the girl's name Phyllis, Phyllis, which I think is this one, and that's correct. And it says here select the correct pronunciation of the boy's name Willie, Willie. So I think it's this one, and that's correct as well. And this one, it says select the correct pronunciation of the Welsh name for Wales, Cumbria, Cumbria. So I think it's this one, and that is correct. And here it says select the correct pronunciation of the Welsh for the Welsh people, Cymru, Cymru, and I think it's this one here. and that's correct as well. And this one, it says, select the correct pronunciation of the place name Llangollen. Llangollen. So I think it's this one here, and that's correct as well. And here it says, select the correct pronunciation of the place name Aberystwyth. Aberystwyth. So I think it's this one, and that's correct as well. And it says here, select the correct pronunciation of the place name Rhosglanerchigog. Rhosglanerchigog. So I think it's this one here, and that's correct as well. And this one, it says, select the correct pronunciation of the place name Abertawe. Abertawe. So I think it's this one here, which is correct. And for this one, it says, select the correct pronunciation of the place name Wrexham. Wrexham, which I think is this one here, and that's correct as well. And this one, it says, select the correct pronunciation of the boy's name Llywelyn. Llywelyn. So I think it's this one here, and that's correct as well. And now it says, select the correct pronunciation of the boy's name Llew. Llew. And I think it's this one here, which is correct. And it says, select the correct pronunciation of the girl's name Alice. Alice. And I think it's this one here, which is correct as well. Now it says, select the correct pronunciation of the girl's name Delith. Delith. And I think it's this one here, which is correct as well. And now it says, select the correct pronunciation of the girl's name Fionn. Fionn. And I think it's this one here, and that's correct as well. So now we come to this section here, or this module here, which is module 22 of part 1 of section 1, which is about the Welsh diphthongs. And so once again over here we have another audio file, so I'll just click on the play button and we'll just listen to the audio recording.
Welsh diphthongs. A diphthong is a vowel sound that contains two different sounds, such as the I in Cymraeg, Cymraeg, the Welsh language, or the A in Cymraeg, Cymraeg, of the Welsh people. Given that Welsh vowels, with the exception of the letter Y, have constant vowel sounds, the constituent sounds of the Welsh diphthongs also remain constant. The following is a list of the most commonly found diphthongs. I, made up of R plus air, rhyming with mime, as in mine, mine, stone. I, made up of R plus E, rhyming with might, as in mine, mine, fine, exquisite. Ow, made up of R plus O, rhyming with mount, as in mown, mown, loyal subjects, plural of mow. My, made up of ma plus ear, rhyming with my, as in my. My possession. This diphthong has the most regional variation. Originally, centuries ago, its constituents, R plus ear, would have sounded R plus ew, like bio, so that pithai, things, sounded like pithaio. However, over the course of time, this reduced in the south to I, so that pithai sounds like pithai. In the mid-region to R plus ear, so that it sounds like pithai. And in the north to R plus so that it sounds like pitha. Ow, made up of R plus O, rhyming with mouth, as in mowl, mowl, praise. I, made up of R plus rhyming with trial, as in gwael, gwael, spear. A, made up of A plus E, rhyming with bike, as in maini, maini, stones. Ao, made up of A plus O, rhyming with crayon, as in rail, rail, rule. Air, made up of air plus ear, rhyming with layer, as in crea, crea, to create. L, made up of air plus o, rhyming with hair wool, as in nail with, new. Air, made up of air plus rhyming with L, as in ternas, kingdom. Eel, made up of e plus u, rhyming with seawool, as in eel. Eel, to his, her, or them. Oar, made up of o plus e, rhyming with roar, as in coils, leg. Oi, made up of o plus e, rhyming with toil, as in kanoi, to chew. Oil, made up of o plus ear, rhyming with for ear, as in oil, to there. O, made up of o plus u, rhyming with raw wool, as in count, count. Or, made up of o plus rhyming with loyal, as in gloyal, shiny. Ear, made up of ear plus r, rhyming with meteor yard, as in beyond, soon. Ear-o, made up of ear plus o, rhyming with meteor, as in seal, to whisper. Ear-o, made up of ear plus o, rhyming with earwool, as in yuch, cow. Wa, made up of o plus r, rhyming with huat, as in buat, boa, bow. Uwe, made up of u plus e, rhyming with huwe, as in gue, web. And guevan, website. Uwi, made up of u plus e, rhyming with duis, as in guin, wine. Uwe, made up of u plus rhyming with twirl, as in gwender, whiteness. Note that in the final syllable, the y changes from an sound to an e sound. Therefore, gwender becomes gwyn, white. Ew, made up of plus u, rhyming with hill, as in bowwood, life. Once again, the sound of y changes from to e in the final syllable. Therefore, bowwood becomes bew, to live.
So these are the Welsh diphthongs, and I'll just click on the next button, which takes us to module 23, which is about an exercise that we've got here. So it's called Gwyn, Gwynder, Byw, Bywyd, Bwyd, Bwydydd. And so we have this audio file as well. So I'll just click on this audio file and we just hear what it says.
Gwyn, Gwynder, Byw, Bywyd, Bwydydd. This module is to highlight the sound differences between the words in the title above. The phrase, "Mae gyda'r gwyn, gwynder hyfryd," means, "There is with the white wine whiteness lovely." In the text box below, enter the spelling gwyn, gwynder for the words gwyn, gwynder.
Okay, so I'll just do that. I'll just enter the spelling Gwyn, Gwynder, which is Gween, Gwihn, and Gwuhnder, like this. And then after that, we have another recording here, and we'll just play this and see what it says.
The phrase, "Y mae hi yn byw ei bywyd yn coginio bwyd gyda bwydydd blasus," means there is she living her life, cooking food with foods tasty. In the text box below, enter the spellings byw, bywyd, bwyd, bwydydd for the words byw, bywyd, bwyd, bwydydd.
Okay, so I'll just do that. I'll just enter the spelling, which is byw, and then we've got bywyd, and then we've got bwyd, and then we've got bwydydd. I think the point of this exercise is just to clarify the sound differences between the I's and the Y's, and also the Y's and the Y's at the whether it's at the last syllable or at the penultimate syllable, because there are significant sound differences depending on what position syllable is the Y vowel. So for example, for the byw, bywyd, bwyd, bwydydd, it's byw, but when it comes in the penultimate syllable, it's bywyd. Similarly, it's bwyd, but when it comes in the penultimate syllable, it's bwydydd. And the same goes for gwyn and gwyndr, gwyn, gwyndr, and then we have gwyn, which is wine, so that's gwyn, gwyn, gwyndr. So we just click on the submit button to see whether we got it right, and that was correct. So over here we now have the module 24, which is about the Welsh accents. And once again, I'll just click on the audio recording here, and we just listen to what it says.
Welsh accents. A circumflex accent above a vowel indicates a doubly long vowel. For example, compare tarn, tarn, fire, and tarn, tarn, under, gan, gan, jaw, and gen, gen, with. A queen, the queen, and a queen, the wine. More, see, and more, so. Cytun, agreement, and cytun, companion. Tŵr, tower, and tŵr, pile. And eid, corn, and ended, moment. An acute accent above a vowel indicates a long vowel that is part of a diphthong. For example, kasai is pronounced kassai, to hate, but kassai is kassai, cases, hatreds. Likewise, yachai is yachai, but yachai is yachai, healthinesses. A grave accent above a vowel indicates a short vowel. This is the same length as an unaccented short vowel, but is used in the final syllable to indicate that the vowel is short, whereas otherwise it would normally be long. For example, can, pronounced can, means white, bleached, whereas can, pronounced can, means 100. Likewise, turn, pronounced turn, means tight, but tin, pronounced tin, means he pulls. Note that sometimes, instead of using this accent, the final consonant is doubled in order to shorten the vowel. For example, can instead of can, and turn instead of turn. A diaresis above a vowel indicates that this is to be pronounced as a separate syllable to its adjacent vowel, as opposed to forming a diphthong. Therefore, troedig is pronounced troedig, twisting, and not triedig. Likewise, gweddiad is pronounced gweddiad, praying, whereas gwyddiad is pronounced gwyddiad aspect. Note that it is normally the first vowel that is accented, because the stress is normally heavier on the second. Therefore, the diaresis is placed above the lighter to provide it with a more equal weight.
So these are the Welsh accents. So moving on, I'll just click on the next button. And this takes us to module 25. And in this module, we don't have an audio recording. So I'll just be reading out the actual text in this module here, which is about accented vowel input. So it says, for the purposes of inputting Welsh accented vowels in this app, we recommend using Gboard app from Google. Alternatively, accents can be inputted as follows. Circumflex, as in more, t, and catean, can be inputted by adding the caret symbol after the vowel, i.e., more, t, and catean. Acute, as in casai and glanhau, can be inputted by adding the / after the vowel, i.e., casai with a / and glanhau with the / after the a, and graph accent, as in can and turn, can be inputted by adding a backtick after the vowel, i.e., can with a backtick after the a and a turn with the backtick after the y, and diaresis, as in troiech and gweddio, can be inputted by adding a % after the vowel, i.e., troiech with the % after the o and gweddio with the % after the I. You can practice inputting accented vowels as follows. In the text boxes below, enter the words as indicated using the accented vowels or alternate annotation. So for this, it says input the words more, t, catean with the accents over the vowels, or instead, if we have difficulties locating these accented vowels on the keyboard, we can input more, t, or catean with the caret symbol after the vowel. So I just do that. I just type in mo and then caret r space ty caret and then space and then cytu and then caret and then n. So that's more, t, and catean. And then we have the words kasai and glanhau with the acute accents over the vowels, or we can input the /. So I have to do that. So it's casa and then / and then u, which is kasai, and then space, and then glanhau, which is glanha, and then / u, and that's glanhau. And then we have the words can and turn. So for this, we can input CA and then the backtick. So this is on the keyboard. This appears on the top left corner, and this appears on the British keyboard. I'm not too sure whether it appears on the American keyboard. So for this, this is called the backtick symbol. Some call it the acute symbol as well on the keyboard, but I think normally it's known as the backtick symbol. So that's can, CA, backtick N, which I think means white, and then turn, which is TY, and then backtick N, which means tight. And then next we have the words troiech and gweddio, and troiech means to turn or return, and gweddio means to pray. So I'll just enter in TRO, and then it's the % symbol, and then ELL for troiech, and then we have gweddio, GWEDDI, and then %, and then O. So I'll just click on the button to submit. And so that says that your answer was correct, which takes us to module 26. And in this module, we have the exercise, which is to translate into English these words or these sentences. So it looks like the sentences are written in the Welsh phonetic spelling, but it looks like they're in English. So I'll just translate them from the Welsh phonetic spelling into English. So I think the first one is yesterday I was walking in the park. So I think this translates to yesterday I was walking in the park. And then for number 2, it says today he and she were running in the street. So I think this translates to today he and she were running in the street. And for number 3, it says tomorrow we will be jogging up the hill. So this translates to tomorrow we will be jogging up the hill. And then for number 4, it says the house is by the street corner. So this translates to the house is by the street corner. And for number 5, this reads the man with the placard will be your taxi driver. So this translates to the man with the placard will be your taxi driver. So we just click on the submit button and it says the answer was correct. So now we come to the module 27. So for this it says read the story below and answer the questions on the following page. So once again we don't have the audio recording for this, so I'll be reading out this passage in the Welsh phonetic spelling of what looks like an English text, and then we'll be answering the questions on this passage in the next page. So I'll just begin reading this passage now. Fred Jones was walking in the park one day when he noticed someone walking behind him with a dog. He turned this corner and that corner, but he could not shake them off. So all of a sudden he turned around to the man and confronted him directly. He said to him, I have been walking for over 10 minutes, and you have been following me all the way. Why are you following me? The other man looked stunned and surprised, and replied, It's not me. The dog has been following you all the way, and will not let me lead him down another road. Maybe the dog recognizes you. Fred Jones looked at the dog, and then he exclaimed, Why, it is Nellie. At this the dog jumped up in excitement. The other man looked even more perplexed. He said, I call her Libby. I got her just 2 weeks ago from the kennels for homeless dogs. Fred Jones replied, How nice to see Nellie again. She belonged to my Aunt Nesta, who passed away a month ago. It's nice to see that she is being well looked after. So we just click on the next button. And now we have the module 28 of 28, and we just need to fill in the blanks in this quiz. So number 1, Fred Jones was walking in the park when he noticed a man and a woman, couple or dog. So I say dog, walking beside, before, behind him. So I just say behind him. And number 2, Fred turned a couple of corners but could not lose, shake off or escape the people behind him. So I just say shake off. 3, so he turned round suddenly, abruptly or unexpectedly. So I'll say suddenly, and confronted the people behind him face to face, politely or directly. I'll say directly. 4. The dog was called Nellie, Jilly, or Dolly. I'll say Nellie. And used to belong to Fred's uncle, cousin, or aunt. I'll say aunt. And 5. The new owner's name for the dog is Ozzy, Nippy, or Libby. And I'll say Libby, like that. And I'll just click on the submit button. And now we have the response here, which says, well done, your answer was correct. Congratulations, you have completed part 1 of section 1. So that's it for this first part of this first section of this course in Rapid Fluency in Welsh. Hopefully before too long, as and when I complete the second part of section 1, I'll be posting the video for that as well. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Please do share, like, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Until next time, keep safe and well, and have a nice day.